welcome back to my office. If you're new around here, my name is Kirsten. I buy and sell vintage antiques, collectibles, secondhand, anything that I think that I can sell online, on eBay, on my website, or in antique centres. I work from home and spend a lot of time in the garden and with our dogs. It's not been a good few days, if I'm honest, and so I'm going to have to talk to you about it because you see all parts of my life and what we get up to, and I can't avoid the subject, so it's something that I've got to talk about, which is quite upsetting, really. So, as you know, we've got several dogs. We've got Jenny, who we've had since a puppy. She's 16 years old. We adopted Eddie and Benji in February last year. And then in November, we adopted Dave, and he's been with us a few months. Unfortunately, as much as we've tried, there's been an underlying tension between Dave and the other two boys since we got him. We were hoping that it was something that they would grow out of, and we were monitoring it constantly, but unfortunately it didn't seem to be getting any better. And on Thursday they had a really bad fight, and Benji and Eddie have been together forever, and so they are a mini pack, and unfortunately Dave is outnumbered. Luckily we were there, and although it took some doing, we managed to separate them, but we knew that we couldn't keep Dave safe if we weren't around, or if I was on my own, I wouldn't have been able to handle that situation really at all. So we made the very difficult decision to take Dave back to the rescue centre. He's in a better position than he was when we picked him up. He's had his teeth done, he's put on a bit of weight because he was underweight, and he's been loved. I'm missing my office buddy. Every time I sit down, I feel like I'm looking around for him to jump up in my lap, and he's not here. And we're both quite upset, but we've done what is best for all the dogs. He's a fun, happy dog. He's very loving. He needs a lot of attention. He has severe separation anxiety, but otherwise he's a very, very loving dog. But having 3 male dogs in the house just didn't work, and we've realised since, it's Saturday morning now, that we've been constantly on high alert for months. So I think it's the best for everybody, but yeah, it's a difficult time, and we're finding it quite hard to adjust, if I'm honest. So I hope you understand that I don't want to talk about it much more than that, just to explain the situation. But I will just say that although the fight between the boys was horrible and quite aggressive, Dave was, well, they're all fine. I found a little cut on Dave's ear, but apart from that, he remarkably, he's absolutely fine. And so we know we've done the best thing for him, and we just have to adjust to it. So I'm going to have to move on from this conversation because I can't keep going round and round it in my head. Yeah, it's Saturday morning, and it was our first car boot today. So we've been to the car boot, so I'll show you what we picked up. I'm on the floor. I've put the things on the floor because up on my desk is the stuff that we picked up from the auction. So I told you we bid on 71 things. We got 2 lots of prints, 2 sets of shelves, and some like antelope type figures, some really nice figures. I think most of them are going to go to the antique centre because they've often, you know, when they get like a little tiny chip on the end of an antler or an end of an ear or whatever, and it's too much to explain it all online. So I think selling them in the antique centre is going to make the most sense. So I've still got all of those to price up. I have picked out a few though to go on my website, some smaller ones, but I will show you those later. So shall we have a look what we picked up this morning? It was a nice morning. It is a nice morning. It's a bit of blue sky out there, but it is cold and windy, so it did feel quite fresh this morning. And there was a decent amount of stores. We didn't pick up loads, but I think it's getting back into the swing of it after what seems like a very long winter. So anyway, let's make a start. I've got this lovely jug and 2 mugs. Now it says this underneath. That looks familiar, but I can't read what it is. But I'm sure I'll work it out. But they're nice, aren't they? So 2 like mugs and a jug, some brass candlestick. This one's kind of cool. It's really heavy, this one, for the size. That's cool, isn't it? That might go on the website. Let's see. A cute little mouse doorstop. Isn't that lovely? Really like that. A couple of wooden candlesticks. Unfortunately, the line a bit from that is missing, but really nice. I'm going to try and see if I can get the wax off those, clean those up a bit. A couple of these little baskets to add to my bundle. I just thought these were kind of cute. They're, I don't know what they are, but I like them. I just thought they were unusual with the mounts, with the gold on them and stuff. I don't know, I'll do a bit of Googling and see whether we think they're worth anything. Some Skegness pottery. We've got a contact who likes Skegness pottery, so hoping that they'll like that. A small West German pottery vase, planter. A little wooden like loving spoon. Quality Street tin. This sort of totem pole thing's kind of cool. I like that a lot. Darren's just got to do a little bit on the base because the base is a bit loose, so I'm going to see if he can get that tidied up, but that's kind of cool. Some studio pottery salt and pepper pots. Again, see if our contact wants to buy those. Some Denby containers. They'll go to Louth, to the antique centre there. A little set of coasters. Some studio pottery. Nice studio pottery bowl. I don't know what this is, but I like it. Hello, Benji. Hello. Where have you been? Have you been outside? A tankard with a leather outer. Another doorstop. Excuse the bag of packaging at the back there, but can you see this plant stand? That's kind of cool, isn't it? I know it's got bits of paint missing and things, but I think that would look really nice with lots of pots in and flowers. But I'm going to take that to the antique booth at Louth. And then we met a chap who had a lot of these kind of things, wicker baskets. So there's rabbits and deer and pigs. These like little houses. And I've got some packs of wreaths. I thought they were kind of cool. Country cottage crafts, quality craft items made in the Philippines. You could embellish those to make different wreaths for different seasons. And a couple of like carpet beaters. So this and that are the shelves that we got from the auction the other day, so they're just in here for the time being until we take them to Louth, to the antique centre. Come to check on my seeds. I think they need some water. These look very dry, so I'm going to get them some water. I had a bit of an issue when I was potting on some of the little seedlings the other day. The soil that I've got in my greenhouse has gone, what do you call it when it won't absorb water? It just sort of stays dry no matter how much water you seem to put on it. So I need to find a way around that. If you've got any tips. No, I'm going to have loads of zinnias because I thought, oh, I'll do extra zinnias because I want them for around the fruit trees and stuff. And I think I'm going to have quite a lot because there's already quite a few in the greenhouse. But there seems to be seedlings coming up in pretty much everything now, apart from these red cosmos. I've tried them twice and nothing's come up. I had a hat on this morning in the car boot because it was so cold, and it's just like flattened my hair. Not that my fringe was ever doing any good. It looks really nice outside. There's a blue sky, but it is blowing again and it's flipping freezing. I thought I'd show you the figures that I picked out for you. I've still got all the others here and I'm in the process of labelling up, but I haven't got that far. So my office is a mess. I've got stuff all over here, stuff all over the floor, but these are the bits that I've picked out for you. Got a sore finger. I think I got a splinter in there. Okay. Bear with. Okay, there's some really, really lovely ones here. I'll just show you some of the ones I'm not putting on my website. I'm going to take to the antique centre. This one, beautiful. Look at that. Isn't that stunning? Sort of textured look to it. That one, I think, is one of my favourites. Really, really nice. And then there's others that are stunning, but unfortunately a little bit damaged. So, for instance, this one, that's beautiful with the baby, but it is a bit damaged on the antler there. But isn't that gorgeous? The work in that. There's also some giraffes. Do you know why I paused then? Because I was thinking, what's the plural of giraffes? It is just giraffes, isn't it? So there's this one, really, really nice. Look at the detail on that. Isn't that lovely? Really nice. I did just feel, where did I see the, oh, his ear's been knocked off and then glued on again, but to be honest, you just don't notice it unless you look really carefully. That one's lovely. Anyway, I will show you the ones that I've decided to put on my website. I have got a pair of sitting antelope deer. You see? So they look nice on a mantelpiece or on a shelf. Very mid-century look about them. Like that. Those are rather nice. I've got a pair of giraffes on one stand, sort of looking over each other's shoulder. Isn't that lovely? I'll hold it back a little bit, you can see. So there's that one. And then I'm doing these individually, but I want to show you them together. Oops. So these are really, you can just tell the craftsmanship in these is like, stands out as superior to some of the others. I think looking online, a lot of these are described as Black Forest carvings. So these are a type of, it's a cross between like a sheep and a goat. Right, Chamois. How you pronounce that? I have no idea. Chamois? Maybe? I don't know. Anyway, look. Look at the detail. It's just absolutely stunning. Like a Highland goat, I guess. But yes, there's that one. And then this one. You see. beautiful. Really, really nice, that one. Now, there is, like on that one, you can see there's a little sort of watermark there, and it's sort of darkened with age. Whether there's a specific wood cleaner that would get that up, I don't know. All I've done is I just used a very slightly damp cloth just to get the surface dust off. But I think the detail is beautiful on that. So I've got those two that I'm going to put on separately. And finally, this one just looks like Bambi. So pretty. And again, that one has got like a couple of little watermarks on the top there. But look at the face, look at the beautiful eyes. Love that. Really, really sweet. So that's going to go on my website as well. And then from the bits that I picked up this morning, I'm going to put one of the deer baskets on. They're lovely with the antlers. They'd be great for Easter. You could put Easter eggs in there. But yeah, gorgeous little things. The guy said that he bought a factory, or a warehouse, not factory, a warehouse, and all its contents that hadn't been that hadn't traded in about 30 years. So all this stuff is like old new stock. But yeah, fab. So deer, I've had similar to these before, but much smaller. I'll show you in a second. So this sort of size, can you see the size difference? I've had deer that sort of size, but this is much bigger. I have got some bigger ducks, so I could put a bigger duck on if you want. But I'm going to start off with the deer, and then this is one I've not had before. It's a pig. Look at that, isn't it cute? It's got like the plastic liner, so you could put a plant in it if you wanted to, or you could just snip these bits off and take the liner out. But again, make a fab sort of Easter display. And then I'm going to put, knocked it off. I'm going to put one of these packs on. So it is, I don't know what they're made out of. If I hold it up, you can have a little look. But there's 3 wreaths in there, so you could decorate them as a craft project. So I will pop a pack of these on, the pig and the deer. I'm just going to put one of each on. If you want more than one, then get in touch. My email's in the description box. So it's about midday, and my plan for the rest of today is me and Darren are going to go and watch a little bit of telly. We've been watching Person of Interest, I think it's Channel 5, and then we've just realised that the time that you've got a chance to watch it runs out today. So we're going to see if we can watch any more episodes before it goes off. We both just need to switch off a little bit. We're both just feeling a little bit flat. It's been a bit of a, just feel heartbroken, really. I don't want to keep going on. And then this afternoon and tomorrow, I need to sort out my office. I need to get these ornaments all priced up, ready to go to Louth, added to my big pile of stuff there to go to Louth. And maybe the plant stand and anything else that's going. I need to get bits and bobs listed onto my website that I said I would. And pack orders that have come through. I think eBay's been a little bit better the last 24 hours, but it's been appalling for weeks. But let's not dwell on the negatives. I'm going to round up the vlog. I'm just not finding it very easy to talk today. Just yeah, I just feel really sad, and I'm finding it hard to shake it off. But we have to carry on, don't we? I will put in the description box the details of the rescue centre where we got Benji and Eddie from, and where Dave is again. He's a beautiful dog. He does need 24-hour company, so you'd be happy for him to sleep on your bed and take him everywhere with you, because he does have severe separation anxiety, but he's a beautiful dog. Fun, attentive, loving, all of those things. But yeah, I'll put the details in the description box if you're interested. Yeah, what was I saying? I don't know. My head's all over the place today. If you could give me a thumbs up and leave me a comment. Please, in the comments, please be kind and don't think that we didn't try our best, because we really did, and that we didn't have much of an option. So please bear that in mind when commenting. And if you enjoy gentle vlogs just about life, the ups and downs and everything that goes on, if you enjoy seeing what a full-time reseller does, then please think about subscribing. Darren will have a video out soon, gardening with dogs, so if you want to see more of the dogs in the garden and what Darren gets up to, then please go over and subscribe and watch his channel. But in the meantime, take care, stay safe, and I will see you soon.
Really nailed it. I have. Look at that. It's 5 nails, look. Yeah. Thank you.